Welcome to this edition of Motor Trend. I'm Jim Scouten, and these two wonders are the baddest Fords you can buy. They're the newest pair to spring from the mind of Steve Saleen.
What's going on, guys? Been a little bit since I put a video out, but I figured I'd give y'all a little bit of an update of what's been going on with the car as of lately. So, as you can see, no rear seats back here. Been doing a little bit of work back here. Mainly, my primary concern was these windows, these rear windows on the convertible. They suck. They are like terrible to try and get straight and to go up and down smoothly. I mean, there's nothing but people complaining about how just terrible they are built. So, was doing a little bit of work on that, clean the tracks, had to replace the pads down in here, and I've got a new motor coming in for that side because that motor is just real old and slow. Also went ahead and put some new speakers in the back here. Haven't decided if I'm gonna do tweeters or if I'm gonna just leave it open box. It actually kind of sounds good, open box, without the tweeters kind of sealing it. And these are 4-ways, so they already got tweeters kind of built in. It sounds really good, it just has no bass. And so we're gonna be putting a 10-inch sub at some point back here in the trunk. And then the other thing I wanted to take care of as well back here was the convertible top motor. Now, I replaced both of the cylinders when I got the car. They both leaked really bad, so therefore, you know, didn't work really well, and it just made a massive mess. And automatic transmission fluid just doesn't smell that great. So ended up replacing those, and now that it's kind of, you know, gone up and down about 1,000,000 times, it's kind of self-bled the system, and it was a little low, so I went ahead and topped that off there in the little motor reservoir thing. So the next thing that we did was went ahead and resprayed this whole trim. I'm not entirely sure how this trim comes off, and so we just really masked off the car really well, and I'll put some pictures up of how we did that. And it actually came out really nice, given that we only have, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours into it at most, and most of that is just waiting for it to dry. And then some like $7 spray paint at the store that's just supposed to be good for like all weather, and it's a matte finish, and it actually looks pretty good. It's pretty close to the kind of how it's, I guess, supposed to look. This is the rubbery material, so it's a slightly different material than this, which I think actually is like aluminum or something like that. Moving up here to the front, so you can see this panel down here is undone. I've been doing a little bit of work. I actually just about 10 minutes ago wrapped up replacing this Innovate gauge here. I had an issue with it. It just randomly died. I'm not sure what happened, so I ended up just replacing only the gauge part itself. It seems to be working fine now. And the glow shift boost gauge was not reading right, so I had to send that out. And they ended up just replacing that with a newer, updated revision, and it reads great. So no longer is it saying that we're seeing 7 pounds of boost. We're seeing about 10.5, 11 pounds that normally is supposed to be seeing. The only thing I have left down here to take care of is my DRLs, my ATA circuit kind of snapped. It wasn't really in a good place. Remember, this car was an automatic, so at the time it was fine, but now that I got my big freaking foot down there operating that clutch, I ended up just taking it out one day on accident. The light bar is over here still. The old exhaust that used to be on it is still over here. I haven't decided what I'm doing with that yet. It's a nice exhaust. It really doesn't have too many miles on it because the car mostly just sat. So it's maybe got 1,000, 2,000 miles on it. It was all welded together, and that was exactly what I told the shop not to do, and they did it anyways when it was installed. So ended up having to cut it during the motor swap, but that's there. I might be just giving it away or something to somebody if they want to just come and pick it up, because I'm kind of tired of it sitting here and I really don't want to just throw it away because it does sound really good. I also have these panels here. I guess these used to be tanned at some point. I ended up going over them and re-dyed them about a year ago and tried to do it the right way, but of course, you know, it's not going to last forever. It's not as good as being a permanent or legitimately black piece. So those are going to be getting replaced along with the speaker grills that have never stayed in. And then we're also going to be maybe doing a rear seat delete kit. These door panels are finally going to go. I've got these are brand new, so I'm just going to move them over to a new set. I'm also going to be replacing that trim there as well as the center console. Might be getting an 04 console because those cup holders seem to be a little bit better, and these suck. They're not even really useful at all. But walking around the car here, you can see it's a little dirty, hasn't been washed, and I'd say probably a couple weeks, so it definitely needs to get cleaned up, and I'll be doing that here soon, especially before the Saleen Nationals. It's actually going to get all touched up by my detailer. Gonna pick up some new taillights. I just haven't decided what I'm going to do, if I'm gonna just get another set of OEM ones for like 50 bucks off of Amazon. These have they're just the original ones. They're super cruddy. You can see it looks like there's water that got in there at some point. It's all moldy and gross and all that. I just don't like them. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap those out, put LEDs in it finally as well. But overall, it's looking pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with how everything is looking, and I'm actually glad that I'm able to drive it again. And it is running and driving great. I know I haven't really put any videos out about that yet. I've got some videos of us doing a couple pulls that I'll throw in at the end of this video. Just kind of doing some initial data logging after we got the car running. It runs really good. I mean, way better than that old motor did, even despite it having the automatic trans tune still on it and the overdrive just freaking out. At least the light is. It drives great. It's awesome. I mean, this thing drives like a brand new car, or at least what I would expect a brand new car from this era to drive like. It's very smooth. Transmission shifts very nice. The power is just very nice and linear. Everything feels great. So I'm super, super happy. But obviously, it should run that good for that motor only having 27,000 miles on it, and that trans only having about 3,000 on it. Walk to 5K and then let off in fourth or go into fifth. All right, that's good. Go. And third. All right, that's good. Bro, we're dialed, man. We're dialed. Freaking 11.5 AFR, peaked at 10 PSI like it should. Freaking only 11 degrees of timing, so it's basically like 300 horsepower, but it's ready for more timing. Freaking so sick. So excited. Future Bradley here. So, editing this video right now, and I remembered that a couple weeks ago, I met a guy named Vincent. He's got a 2002 Roush Stage 3. It's a very similar car to this. And if you saw that message at the bottom of the video just a few minutes ago, you saw I had a special surprise. Well, I got a little bit of footage, a few pictures from when he brought the car by and got to check it out. Funny enough, I met him literally at a red light. And super cool guy, beautiful, beautiful car. It's got 13,000 miles on it, and I just wanted to show it to y'all. He's been talking to me, and we've been talking to each other about what we can do for his car to help it be a little bit faster. And the Roush is just a really cool car. It's very similar to this, so some of the stuff is kind of interchangeable. So I figured I'd throw some of that footage in and some of those pictures from that. And if y'all enjoy it, definitely let me know, and we'll see about doing some more and put some more footage of his car up on the channel. So enjoy. So clutch different engagement than mine. All right, got it. Mine, my clutch is way heavier than this, so this is way lighter than mine. This thing is legit. This girl does. Dude, what a unit, man. So sick. I wish my car was this fast, bro.
Bradley, what are we doing?
Dude, we're driving the Roush, man.
What is it?
Dude, stage 3. Makes my Saleen look like a piece of junk.
I don't know about that.
Dude. You haven't taken a look at it yet. It's rough, man. This thing is like a brand new car right here, brother. Yeah, look at that. 13,000 miles, dude. This is like the closest thing to a showroom-ready car you'll probably be able to find in this city right here. At least for one of these cars. I mean, good lord.
It's going.
Yeah, let's see if I can get it right. You know, for 360 horsepower, it sure pulls a lot more like a 450 horsepower car. Like, and maybe it's just because of how light this thing is. I wonder if this thing's got stock gears. There's no way these have got 327s in this. This has got to be like 355s or 373s or something.